What it do, YouTube? Welcome to Poppa Benji Gaming. We have a reaction from IGM, all the Marvel Easter eggs in Insomniac's Wolverine trailer. Let's check it out, y'all.
The trouble just has a way of finding me. I'm Wolverine.
I'm telling y'all, if y'all not getting this game, I don't know what y'all doing with y'allself.
It only took 4 years of waiting, but Insomniac finally followed up on their original Wolverine teaser with a proper gameplay trailer during Sony's State of Play event. Finally, we get to hear Liam McIntyre's Logan and see the beloved X-Man in action, and oh boy, is there ever some action in this new footage.
Nah, yeah, definitely. This shit is pure.
Now, while we wait
pure fucking cinema. This trailer is pure cinema.
Final year until the game finally drops on the PS5, let's break down the big Marvel Easter eggs and cameos in this trailer, because from major villains like Omega Red and Mystique to a new take on one of Wolverine's most iconic costumes, there's a ton that truly stood out.
Yo, I wonder if it can be like Spider-Man, like could you go there, swap out to your old shit? I really hope they have customizable outfits. I really hope they do. I hope they don't just plain leave us with one costume. Do us like Spider-Man. Give us them fucking viral shits. Wolverine got mad shit. Literally.
Despite the fact that he's not above stabbing, slicing, and killing anyone who gets in his way, Wolverine has built up one of the largest and most recognizable rogue galleries in the Marvel Universe. It takes a special kind of villain to square off with someone as dangerous as James Logan Howlett and return for another round. And if there's any takeaway from the new trailer, it's that we're gonna see several of those villains over the course of the game. One shot shows Wolverine battling Omega Red, a Russian mutant with energy-draining tentacles. Omega Red is particularly dangerous not just because of his enhanced strength and durability, but because he can emit death spores that can kill ordinary humans at the drop of a hat. His tentacles are forged from carbonadium, essentially an adamantium knockoff that's nearly as good as the real deal. However, that same carbonadium also poisons his body, forcing Omega Red to drain the life force of others like a vampire. Wolverine and Omega Red's rivalry goes back to Logan's pre-X-Men days when he was a member of the strike force known as Team X. Both men—
Whoa. See, they be leaving a lot of shit out of the comics, bro. Who thought that Sabretooth was on a team with Wolverine?
And are examples of the ongoing quest to create
Strike X. Oh, X-Men Origins. Correct.
And stronger super soldiers, and there's no love lost between them. We also see the shape-shifting Mystique in the trailer. Now, Mystique is not only an expert martial artist, she can impersonate just about anybody. She can't fool Logan's enhanced senses, though. Now, it remains to be seen how antagonistic a role Mystique is playing in the game. While frequently an enemy of the X-Men, Mystique isn't a villain so much as extremely self-serving. She'll do whatever she has to protect herself and her family. She and Wolverine have frequently been at odds over the years because Raven, like Logan, is functionally immortal. They've been butting heads since the early 20th century. We imagine the game will dig deeper into that long, sordid, shared history between them. Now, late in the trailer, we also get a glimpse of a Sentinel activating itself and rising up to battle Wolverine. The Sentinels are enormous robots expressly designed for one purpose: hunting and killing mutants. One Sentinel can easily take on several X-Men at a time, and they rarely hunt alone. Even Wolverine's adamantium claws are hard-pressed to make scrap metal out of Sentinels. Damn. We also wouldn't be at all surprised to see the game deliver an extended battle between Wolverine and a Sentinel akin to the one in 2009's X-Men Origins Wolverine game. The entire reason Logan is in Canada may even involve infiltrating a Sentinel factory. It's also possible we'll see smaller Sentinel variants, so Wolverine has more enemies to slash outside of the boss battles. Finally,
this game better be very highly long and playable, I swear. If it's not, I'm gonna be sad.
The trailer shows several scenes of Wolverine chopping up cybernetic soldiers. We'd guess these are meant to be Reavers, cybernetically enhanced mercenaries who have frequently targeted Logan in the comics. Just as Insomniac Spider-Man games features multiple factions of enemies like the Inner Demons and Kraven's mercenaries, we imagine the Reavers are one faction Wolverine will repeatedly battle over the—
X-Men Origins wasn't trash, this can't be. Spider-Man game wasn't trash, this can't be. They gotta top Spider-Man, they have to.
Course of the game. They surely won't be the only enemy faction in the game, though. Other options include Weapon X soldiers, hand ninjas, and Hydra agents. We also highly doubt Omega Red and Mystique are the only major villains in the game. Can Insomniac make a Wolverine game without including Sabretooth? What about Silver Samurai and Lady Deathstrike? Logan has a lot of enemies, and we're hoping to get the chance to stab them all when the game finally releases in fall 2026.
No cap, they might drop a part 2. Costumes, yes.
If Insomniac Spider-Man games are any indication, fans can probably expect a wide array of costumes in Wolverine, many taken directly from the X-Men comics and movies of years past. But also like Spider-Man, there's sure to be a main costume. You know, the default look that Logan will be sporting throughout much of the game. Thanks to the new trailer, we finally know what that costume will be. Wolverine's primary costume looks to be very heavily inspired by the John Cassaday designed suit that debuted back in 2004's Astonishing X-Men. It's an updated take on the classic blue and yellow costume from the 70s and 90s X books, and it's not at all surprising to see Insomniac go that route. The Astonishing costume became Wolverine's default look for a full 10 years, well, until he was temporarily killed off in 2014's Death of Wolverine. It's a beloved costume for a reason, as it combines the best of Wolverine's classic look with more modern sensibilities, and where Insomniac embellished its Spider-Man design with some extra white elements to make the character their own, they seem pretty content to stick closer to the source material in this case. Now, it's worth pointing out that this is also the costume Marvel Studios relied on when it came time to finally put Hugh Jackman in the yellow and blue spandex. We see a lot of similarities between
that nigga arms look fake as hell, bro. That shit really do look fake. Like they're not even his arms.
In the yellow and blue spandex. We see a lot of similarities between Insomniac's Wolverine and the one from Deadpool and Wolverine. In both cases, this isn't form-fitting spandex, but a slightly more tactical and rugged take on the Astonishing suit. The big difference is that Insomniac is going that extra mile in terms of comic book accuracy. This Wolverine has shoulder pads with no sleeves, whereas Hugh Jackman's Wolverine never rocked that exact look in the movie. The trailer makes it clear that Logan won't always be dressed in his X-Men uniform, however. Given the circles he runs,
they were saying it was hard to craft his costume and shit because how old he was and shit.
There are some places where it doesn't pay to dress like a primary colored superhero. We see two different civilian outfits in the trailer. One is the familiar red plaid shirt, jeans, and cowboy hat look from the original teaser. We see Logan wearing this more low-key outfit when he enters the Princess Bar in Madripoor. It's a pretty classic take on Wolverine's civilian attire, one that harkens back to major Uncanny X-Men artists like John Byrne. The other outfit sees Logan donning a brown bomber jacket. This appears to be a nod to the X-Men animated series, and in that show, if we didn't
straight drip, that nigga wearing straight drip, fuck that.
See Logan in his standard yellow costume, he was probably rocking the brown jacket. But again, we suspect there will be no shortage of alternate costume options in the game, including unlockable suits, pre-order bonuses, and DLC costumes. If anyone in the Marvel Universe has a closet deep enough to rival that of Peter Parker, it's Wolverine. Some costumes are pretty much a given. There's no way we don't get a more traditional blue and yellow costume, as well as some version of Wolverine.
No, he's cap. He's cap, bro. He cap. Spider-Man got the most costumes out of every fucking character.
Wolverine's equally iconic brown costume from the 80s, the same goes for his black and gray X-Force costume. We'll definitely get a Weapon X Wolverine, complete with VR helmet and black Speedo. Wolverine's blue and red costume from the Age of Apocalypse crossover seems like another safe bet. And of course, there are all the obligatory suits from Fox movies like the original X-Men trilogy, Days of Future Past, and Logan. But even
I don't think they're gonna give us those, though. I doubt they're gonna give us those characters.
That barely scratches the surface of what's out there. Could we see Logan's patch disguise, given that some of the game takes place in Madrid?
If they bring it, that's gonna be an upgrade clutch, but I doubt they gonna do that. They might, though. That shit is crazy, though. It's IGN, though. So they definitely got more knowledge than we do.
What about his House of X costume, his black leather new X-Men costume, his Team X costume? The game really
all right, now those other two, all right, you kind of dragging it a little bit. I don't think they're gonna. That's too many costumes, bruh. Like Spider-Man can do it, you can't, bro. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's too far to figure this shit out because it's a year later. This shit drops. Don't it drop? It dropped next year, so we really can't find out.
The opportunity to dig deep and mine Wolverine's extensive back catalog for all it's worth. Be sure to let us know in the comments which costume you most want to see in the game.
I want to see all of them.
Wolverine is nothing if not a globe-trotting hero, with his solo adventures frequently taking him away from Xavier's school for gifted youngsters and to international locations like Canada, Japan, and Madripoor. It appears that all 3 countries will be featured in the game, and we have to assume Logan's travels won't end there. If we don't get a section of the game allowing Wolverine to wreak havoc on dinosaurs in the Savage Land, we'll be disappointed. The trailer shows us several scenes set in Madripoor.
Nobody want to see that shit.
A seedy island nation that's basically Marvel's version of Singapore. Now, Madripoor also made its MCU debut in 2021's The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, though sadly Wolverine was nowhere to be found there. Madripoor is where Logan usually goes to chill out, get drunk, gamble, and get into other kinds of mischief. The game seems poised to offer plenty of mischief, and we get confirmation that Logan will be visiting his favorite watering hole, the Princess Bar. Portions of the game will also be set in Japan, a country Wolverine had deep ties to ever since his very first solo comic book series in 1982. Japan is where Wolverine fell in love with the fair lady Mariko Yashida, battled her cruel father Lord Shingen, and befriended the plucky ninja Yukio. It remains to be seen how much, if at all, the game will delve into those characters and their ties to Logan, but we're definitely expecting to see the game explore his samurai side.
You doing too much, bro. Because there's different alternatives, alternate universes of Wolverine. Like, they not about to pit all that shit in one game. Like, nigga, he can't be fucking with multiple bitches and then, like, come on now, like, be serious. Use your brain, bro.
Several scenes in the trailer are also clearly taking place in the Canadian wilderness. No big surprise there, Wolverine was born in Canada after all, and he always seems to get drawn back north for one reason or another. Sometimes he just goes to be alone and enjoy the great outdoors for a while, and other times he's dealing with pesky organizations like Weapon X or Department H. Now, if we had to guess, we'd say the game is probably dealing with the deep-seated rivalry between Wolverine and Weapon X, the agency that coated his bones in unbreakable metal so many years ago. Adamantium, baby. Interestingly, this globe-trotting approach seems to indicate a change in formula compared to the Spider-Man games. Marvel's Wolverine won't be set in a single city like New York, but several different regions, both urban and rural. The trailer footage makes it look as though there's less of a focus on open-world traversal, which makes sense as Wolverine doesn't really have the ability to dart around open areas with the same speed and grace as Spidey does. Compared to Marvel's Spider-Man and its sequels, Marvel's Wolverine may be geared towards smaller, more linear levels, but we'll find out for sure when Insomniac shows off more of the game in spring 2026.
If they open world this shit, bruh, that shit is gonna be a fucking level up. They need to do more open world games where we gotta travel to the next mission, where we can explore. You know what I'm saying? I really love those type of games. Spider-Man, they really capitalized on that shit. If they made a Superman game and shit like that, like they got a Batman game, but that shit old, it's like, yo, they gotta really drop certain shit that, I don't know, I feel like that shit'll go crazy.
What villains do you want to see Wolverine fight most in Marvel's Wolverine? Where should he go? What should he do? Let us know in the comments below, and make sure you like and subscribe to IGN wherever you watch. Thanks for watching, bub.
Nah.